Hello and welcome back. It has been the cash games continuing so far. We have seen a very one-sided affair in this best of two. It's two best of ones is the best way to describe it. And now we're going to be seeing NiP and FaZe go at it again on cash. The question I think that on everyone's lips, and the question we were talking about prior to the break, was how on earth do you come back? 16-3, I believe, was the final result, and I mean, FaZe had very little silver linings to that entire game, Yanko. But have you seen examples of this before? Have you ever had this opportunity to see the same map played between the same teams kind of back to back, or is this quite a rarity?
I mean, I haven't had a chance to see it, but we had the other day when Team X played FaZe. FaZe beat them in Pro League convincingly on Mirage, and then they played the same night in the Starlighter qualifiers, and Team X completely crushed them on the same map on Mirage again, and proceeded to beat them 16-0 on Cobble.
16-0, that's right.
But, so, I mean, it is possible, but against a team like NiP, it's extremely difficult. If anything, it might be better for FaZe to start as T this time around, because their CT side was pretty abysmal.
And they didn't get much chance to actually try their T side out. I mean, that'll be a good start for them, Lauren, there's no doubt.
No, absolutely. Just maybe a fresh, slate, a clean slate might actually be one of the biggest helps for them coming back into it, going, okay, well, let's start on the T side. But then their CT side was flawed to quite a big degree, as highlighted just before we went to the break, just to reiterate it.
Yeah, let's go.
The distinct lack of maybe CT aggression, not really pushing or pulling NiP anywhere else, not really pushing them off of their comfort zone of being able to do those full plays wherever they want, and the set pieces that NiP are known for. So again, it's like they know what they're coming up against, react to it before they have to sit there and just deal with what's coming to them. I know that sounds very easy to say and harder to do, but the point is, if they want to actually make an impact in this game in comparison to that previous one, they kind of need to do it.
It's going to be an uphill struggle, there's no doubt about it. And I think the point that you made, Yanko, is I'm slowly dying.
Okay, the problem you have when you just lose a game like that is, I'm just helping you out here, Alex, is that, okay, so FaZe CT side, it was awful, and NiP knew how they played. So now coming into the second game, well, you can't really play the same if you're FaZe. You have to change things up because that was terrible. But NiP is going to expect that. So how do you, that's where the mind games come in. You have to change your game, but you can't do it to something that's pretty obvious so that NiP will just be ready for it.
But I mean, a 16-3 is a crushing. Now, if I was to ask you, take the teams away for a moment, on an individual level, they are relatively even, wouldn't you say?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so on an individual, so this is basically, that 16-3 has come almost entirely because of the way NiP play as a unit, as a team, and because of the structure that they have. FaZe, we've already highlighted, are rather absent of structure. I mean, we know Robban has been doing his very best, but we've just always highlighted that they work best when they are just being the stars that they are. So surely we always sit here on the analyst desk and do before we go into the next map is just go, they need to play better.
And also, how focused are they right now? I want to pull this up as well, is the fact that Kyo's at LAN at the moment, not with the rest of his team.
With a crowd behind him.
Yeah, an I-Series event where there will be like a horde of smelly 14-year-olds around the back of him. Yeah, he's there now. So like he's there and trying to be like, if you have like a normal headset at one of those events, you can't hear a damn thing going on around you. Like,
it's just like
they are going to be playing.
Noise.
Yeah, they're going to be playing with like this weird element. Like it's fine, you can play like it. You're a pro player. You have to get used to these sort of things. But it's another element of things where they're sat going, great, this is another great time to be playing this matchup. But still, at the end of the day, as said, you can't change too much because, one, you can't change your entire game plan, but then you can't also come back in with the same sort of stuff. So I don't know what they're going to have to come up with here, but they really do need to just change something.
I mean, it's always the argument we have, isn't it? That, FaZe your game plan is awesome when it works. Like, God, when they are on, it's a pleasure to watch. And you've seen the 7 wins they picked up here in the Pro League, but when it's not, when you aren't hitting your shots, you don't have that comfortable threat level kind of structure to fall back on and just to say, okay, we'll play 3 rounds like this. Doesn't matter only about your aim, just position accordingly. I think that's a nice little backup to have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound rough, but to me, I didn't see anything special from FaZe when they were winning. We talked about it. They were just better than their opponents, right? And it mostly came down to them being on point individually, getting good trades and hitting their shots. Even when you look how their T sides were played out, it mostly came down to, it seems how, if someone's comfortable with going for a move, for a play, right? You have a good spawn and you're going to try and get a pick mid and you get it. And then it's a 5v4 and then it's much easier to play it out. Then Robban steps in and says, okay, let's calm it down now. They have to do something. And then you just pick a side and go in. Then you get the trades. You already have a man advantage and you close out the round. More than anything else, to me, it felt like that rather than FaZe having some really, well thought out game plan specifically for that opponent that was then executed and voila, they managed to crush them.
Voila.
And look at it, it's not a really accurate comparison, but the best I can kind of summarize at the moment is, like, let's look at G2, who have individual performance at the moment, who've been playing very well on their T sides, for example, and then completely shying away on their CT sides. For me, there could be the silver lining in the fact that FaZe can depend a little bit more on those individuals to provide those, let's say, opening kills, those, I've got the good spawn, let me take this, I'm feeling confident, let me go for that trade, even though maybe it's not favorable, I feel like I can take that. On a T side, you can open up so many opportunities doing it. They didn't seem to do it on their CT side. They didn't feel comfortable to. I'm not too sure as to why. But we didn't get to see much of their T side once they got the buys coming in, because obviously they messed up quite early on. So there could be small silver lining in the fact that you could get that G2 style approach of, all right, let's just deathmatch our way through this game. I don't know if NiP is a team to let you get away with that.
Absolutely not.
But you can still come in with some more of a mentality towards playing as an individual. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be something we can actually see coming through here, but it's a possibility.
So it's time for that, once again, the cash, what do we call it, the surgery? The cash surgery with Yanko?
Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, because currently there seems to be a bit of a technical difficulty to get back in, and so we have opportunity.
Can people send in their questions somewhere to Yanko on cash?
Oh my God, let's do it. Hashtag ESL Pro League. It's all one word. It's there.
Hold on.
At ESL CS.
What am I doing on my potato?
We have a computer.
No, it's already like, you already asked me a question. You were holding mid, so what do you hold, Lauren? What are your issues on cash?
Okay.
I play A. I'm perfect.
She's quite good at A, but not
You're just a scrub.
I'm perfect. What are you talking about?
I'm joking. Okay, so let's use me again, because Lauren is perfect in every single way,
I will tilt off the face of the earth, all right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just take all of the criticism. So Yanko, while we're waiting for them to send their questions
actually, no, I've got a point. When is being aggressive too much in that vein? When is being over-aggressive an issue? Because let's say you do play away from mid. Let's say you've removed Alex away from mid, and let's say you want to go for some CT information. When do you need to just go, okay, I need to stop doing this now? Because eventually it stops working. But at what point do you just go, okay, this is the limit? Is it just you stop losing the duels, they start predicting it? When do you have to stop?
I think it's after you stop feeling comfortable. Probably after you've done it once or twice, once A main, once door. At that point, they're gonna know that every time, if they don't see you at mid, then you're probably gonna go for a play somewhere else. Then they're just gonna wait for you, and you're gonna get punished for it. But at that point, it's for you to switch things up. That's when you switch it up to a 1-3-1 setup, where you're more aggressive on mid, more passive on the bomb sides, going for retakes, maybe have AWP players there to anchor the bomb sites. You can go for a lot of different things. I like how MBK put it in a podcast we did once, that CT sides are like mini terrorist sides in a sense, right? You have to fight for map control on your own, and as soon as you think that you're being figured out, if you think you're being too repetitive at something that you do, then you can just switch things up. And it's something that you really need to practice, right? You need to have these different options. I see this from some teams that they are good at aggression, but at only one type of aggression, and then they start overdoing it.
So who do you, let's say people then take this on board and they want to kind of learn it themselves, put it into their own gameplay. Who are the best examples team-wise, either historically or even like currently, of being able to implement this on a consistent level, not just like that one-dimensional aggression? Who do you think's a good couple of teams to keep your eyes on and watch in that sort of way?
I think recently NiP has been doing a good job. People can watch some of their games when they were pretty dominant on cash and see how they approach their CT side. Another team is probably SK. Before, when they played, they were also pretty mobile on their CT sides. G2 for the aggression that works for them, right? But you can also look to some of the passive teams that passively hold mid. Now, this is going to be a while back, but when they were still Titan, when Apex was in the team, I remember when they played cash with Existence Online, they used to always play passively mid, where Apex was only gathering info, and sometimes he would play even just let go of mid completely, right? Another team that does this is perhaps Astralis. I'm not so sure. I know there's either them or the old Fnatic team, where they will have a player basically just sitting on a pop flash. It might even be NiP, one of their holes. When he would just sit on a pop flash that would pop towards B on Heaven, and he's the second player on B. So they only have one guy anchoring, but they have a second player. That flash, like, it blinds everyone. So he can just hide, the flash comes in, and then he can get a couple of free kills. So it's an interesting example of how you don't necessarily have to be on the bomb site to be a player who is going to, help
affect
out.
The round,
that way he can help both mid. He's closer to mid than usual.
So, with your little A debacle discussed and some examples given, people have got in contact. Human beings are tweeting us.
It worked, Alex.
It worked. It worked. So you guys are being fantastic. It's still coming in thick and fast. Of course, a reminder, hashtag ESL Pro League. If you want to ask Yanko a question regarding cash, we're talking about the map specifically here. Oh my God, they keep coming. Okay, let me scroll to the start. There's lots of...
Let's bring it back.
They keep
mentioning this, how Damn Harambe.
How old is that meme now?
I'm
I
so
can't
bored.
deal with it.
Yeah, so...
It's gone full circle.
So actually, Inflamed comes and asks, what's your best hold idea for mid on cash? We discussed that already, but you can go back through the VOD and find that. But there is already, that has been discussed. This is interesting. So on the other side of things, we have Eric. He comes in, he says, best way to take mid control quickly. I'm assuming on the T side.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, as the fastest you can do it is if the CTs have a strong economy going, they're probably going to molly off the boost, right? So you need to throw the smoke on the stairs of the entrance to A main, which, you know, dissolve the molly so you can go over. Probably, if you really want to fight for control, you should probably smoke off connector and also the sugar cube, right? And then just it's about throwing bodies on mid, so you can run out as fast as you can, so that the CTs can't have the guys super close and also a player sandbag, so they can crossfire you pretty much. But honestly, I would rather do it delayed than fight for it quickly, because then you can molly off a lot of spots. You can molly off sandbags, you can molly off vents, and then there's not as many places where the CTs can play from.
That's literally my ultimate triggering of, okay, let's do a fast mid take, and then, you know, you get like a couple of people boosted up, a couple ready to go through mid, one goes first, dies randomly, no one can trade off it, and it just like, you just sit there, it's like, guys, please.
Because if you try to run through the smoke, you're probably going to get naded. That guy's going to lose half of it HP because it falls on his feet. There's always an off angle in sandbags that you can't really predict.
Do anything about It's great fun. Isn't cash just great fun, guys? No.
I like cash. Let's go, Alex.
Let's go. Another one.
This is just a little bit of an intermission between the cash discussion.
Okay.
Alexander says, and I know this is going to be funny because I saw Yanko actively watching it. Alexander says, YNK, my brother, what do you think of Serbia losing against USA in the finals of the Olympic Games?
Oh, yeah, we got tracked.
Yeah, there we go.
We didn't play to our best because we lost to them in the group stage. There's only 3 points difference. We actually had a shot for overtime.
This feels like an analysis
segment.
Yanko so much.
Yeah, but in the finals we just got tracked. USA is by far the best team when it comes to national basketball.
Quite reminiscent of that 16-3 we just saw actually from NiP.
I was about to say NA was doing well at anything apart from we bring it back to CS. I was like, Alex, what have you found? What silver lining did you find? Anything else? Any
Someone's asking what Yanko's favorite color is.
Okay.
Pansy, you're looking great, by the way.
Thank you.
That's from Josh.
Josh, I feel that.
Okay, so which side? Why
go to the close-up? Use the faraway shot with Vaseline on the lens. Don't bring it in.
Vaseline.
Woo! Cameron has asked us, when you're on B, how many people would you have on it at the start of cash, and where would they play and why? So when you're structuring a CT decided on defense on B, what's your average? I mean, it's kind of different. Yeah, your default CT hold on B. It's different for everyone, isn't it? I mean, it's not.
It depends on the preferences, but if you want to go with 2 players there, initially you can go for that. You can smoke off it. I mean, most of the times when you play B on cash, it depends on what the Ts are doing. If Ts go for the get right move where they smoke off the exit and molly off checkers and everything, you have to have a plan for it, right? You can have what Fox used to do on FaZe. He used to just push out before the smoke pops with the AWP, just kill that guy while he's setting up on molly, with a molly, which is pretty effective though if that player is alone.
It's a brute force way, but it works.
And then you can just fall back. But if not, then you can have one player standing behind the smoke, other pop flashing him in. English is hard.
It is when you talk French.
When you have Ts do something like that, you need to react to it. You can't just let them get control without doing something anywhere else, because you see why NiP is so good on cash. That's one of the main reasons, because they just get checkers control, and then you don't know if there's 5 people there getting ready with mollies,
or if it's no one,
or if it's just him, or it's like 2 guys, him getting boosted in the vents. You cannot give that much information, but yeah, maybe even 1-3-1 for start if you have a good opper who likes to hold B.
Yeah,
that's also viable.
Not a bad idea. So that's your answer there, Cameron. Awesome stuff coming in. You guys are asking some great questions. There are some more generic ones. I don't know if you want to venture into them or we stick to cash for a bit.
How much time do we have? You know what I mean?
Like,
this is a Q&A. So
listen, this is better than just sitting and watching ads. So
yeah, that's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hashtag no more short breaks.
Our producer, so I said I'd love to know. Our producer went, so would I.
So keep those questions coming in. Hashtag ESL Pro League. Is that it?
That's right.
Is that it?
You can do my job.
No, I can't.
So
never.
What do we have here? Well, just a quick one. This is from Lake Griff. He says, do you think the results will be different in the second match? I mean, it's probably not going to be 16-3, but
yes, I agree. It's not going to be 16-3, but I still see NiP taking this one. Although this break is better for FaZe, of course.
Yeah, it actually plays in favor of them. We have Spandan coming in. He says...
Spandau Ballet, big fan.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's actually asked a very interesting question. It's very specific. He says, what is the best way to stack a site, or stack a site, not a site, excuse me, on force buyers CT on cash? So when you are forcing and you want to go for a risky stack, where is the best place to do so?
I mean, take your pick. Both sides can be really good to stack because they're hard to clear. I mean, probably most teams will go for A because it's a little bit more open than the B bomb side. But in that case, you definitely want to have one guy up boost in the corner of the bomb side there. You can also have two guys in quad where one will just, you know, go out and die, and the other one will be like a joker player there.
Ace up the sleeve.
Yeah, a wild card, so to speak. But, you know, you have some teams. That's exactly the reason why teams like, okay, NiP, of course, again, use a lot of mollies. They just buy SMGs and mollies because that really neutralizes a lot of spots where the CTs can hide in. I would also always, on the force buy, have one or two players with a flash. So if nothing is happening and you want to get some map people, you can flash someone in. On B side, it's even more powerful with the pop flash I was talking about previously, that pops above heaven. The guy standing towards CT spawn, like throwing it, and you can have 2 or 3 players hiding and they just peek all at the same time, pretty much.
Matt? Oh, sorry, you go.
I've got to say, one thing I used to love about Inferno as well is that you could, you know, when you're doing like a B hold on CT, you're only on pistols, you maybe show 1 or 2 players on banana, kind of feed them in to almost encourage
like,
everyone else to
guys who got picks.
Yeah, so we got entries here, might as well do it. Oh, they're only on pistols, and they run in.
Sure.
Well, yeah, we used to have a pistol round like that. When we played with Nico, we had Nico go aggressive, like
and then
banana, because
5.
everyone, that actually happened a couple of times. But we actually had, you know, him go aggressive, another guy holding the angle from sandbags, and a third guy hiding in sandbags with like a 5-7 or something like that. So Nico, of course, always kills someone at least, right? Then the other guy gets probably 1 kill as well, because it's kind of weird, you know, and he has a nade, so he throws a nade if they're rushing. And then the third guy is like, no one's going to check that spot at that point. So there are a lot of gimmicky plays you can go for in pistol rounds.
Guys, we've got a fantastic question. I think this is for the whole desk.
Alex, you're terrified by this. Is someone taking your job again?
It's from someone called Matt Trivet. I don't know. He's wearing a bright yellow shirt. So I got a tweet from him. He says, Sadokist, I think is his
I love
Twitter.
Sudoku,
Sudoku, I think. He says, can you tell me how to become a caster full-time?
Oh, top 5
I've been
in the
trying
world,
for a while, but I think my co-caster is holding me back. Now, I would understand that. I've personally had I've been held back by my co-caster. I'm joking. Me and Lauren, we go way back. Oh, she's out. So yeah, he's been held back for a while now. My advice is leave him.
Become a desk host.
Yes. God, yeah.
The bar is really low there. No, you know what, Matt? The bar is real low. You can just swoop right in.
And he looks better than me.
We definitely need more of those.
Yes, we
definitely more of those. Please make my life easier.
Oh, a good question. Sorry, I totally cut you off. Inflames come back with another good question. He says, how do you feel about the jumping AWP shot accuracy? This is worth talking about now. It's all over the forums. So many examples. So let's just quickly... Actually,
it's awful. What discussion is there to have?
I want to explain what he means by that, just for people that are unaware. So recently it's been discovered, because of the way the velocity works in CSGO, that if you counter-strafe while in the air, so if you start moving one way and start counter-strafing backwards while in the air, your accuracy is 100%.
Not just with the AWP, with every single gun in the game. So basically right now we're playing a broken game. It's the way how I look at it, because if you can be... I understand why. I was always against jumping accuracy. I thought it was ridiculous that we get so many shots hit, right? Even before people knew about this. But now with this, it's pretty much an exploit at this point, right? It's pretty stupid in my mind. I just hope it's going to be hot fixed really soon.
Yeah, I think that mirrors the sentiments of everyone that's within competitive Counter-Strike.
I kind of feel bad though, because like you can see some players will go for these jumping shots now, and they're like, "Do I do it?" Because it's like, especially on Dust 2, you see how many people on the side.
Honestly, if it's in the game, why not do it?
Exactly, that's the problem. It's like it's not technically an exploit in theory, even though it kind of is. It's such a grey area that you do go for it sometimes. It's like,
I think if it's in the game, it's allowed, and it's up to the people who made the game to make it not broken.
Valve.
Absolutely. Volvo, please. But moving away from that, because it does seem clear that our opinions are in line here, there's no discussion to be had. We have Boomer, who comes in with a great question. He says, what is your 5-man dream team? I love this question. It's always fun to do. 5-man dream team. So I'm guessing you just have to take into account different roles, and I think you've got the whole region, all the regions to choose from.
So it doesn't matter, language is
Screw language. This is just players playing together. Let's do this. I'm gonna write mine down. I'm gonna think about this. Okay, so
we have to assume that they will be normal people in that team.
Yes, they get along.
They get along.
Screw personalities. They are just players.
Wait for the first one to be a very obvious douchebag.
Right, so I'm going to put that French man in mine. I feel like I want him in my roster. Yanko, you thinking about yours?
Oh, one by one?
Yeah.
Nico #1, of course.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Do you just put, you can't put all All-Stars though, because we've seen how that can work out.
No, I would
he's
put...
got one so far.
No,
Calm down. He's picked one All-Star. You can't do them all. God, Yanko.
I'm thinking out loud, Lauren. Let me think. I'm thinking out loud. I've written shocks down so far.
Nice.
I would put Zipex probably in that team as a support player. Zipex, Nico, Cold.
Yeah.
That's three. I need an Opper. I would probably put Fallen. He can easily then op at the same time.
And you get the Fallen and Cold
pick,
shenanigans.
Yeah, Fallen is 4, so fifth one is...
Do you want a lurker?
See, I'd put Get Right in there just for the sake
that wouldn't
of
be
it.
bad. That'd be pretty spicy.
I'd probably pick Flusha as the 5th player.
Oh, Flusha.
That's actually pretty stacked.
That's a nice lineup. See, I want to get Crims as almost that solo side player in a way, but...
I haven't got past shocks yet.
Alex is working on it. You go Guardian, would you?
I don't know.
Who's your in-game leader right now? Who you picking for that? Go start there.
I think, Fallen's kind of you've got the defending world champion in-game leader. I feel like...
Pick your own players, Alex, please.
Yeah,
Damn it.
He's not the only in-game leader in the world.
Shocks
can in-game lead, but he won't.
I could put Pronax in there.
You sound so sad with that choice.
Jesus Christ, Alex.
I can put Pronax in there.
Pronax, Shocks, Guardian. This is not... My team is never going to beat Yanko's. Damn it.
You should do a nice little...
What's yours, Lauren? Come on, you've been quiet.
I don't know. Like, a Fallen Cold Zero has to be the combo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I do want Get Right in there, and I kind of want Crims. I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to think through the players.
Let us know yours as well. I'm loving this. Hashtag ESL Pro League. You guys have been great. I've just heard that we are almost ready to get into game. We are waiting for a single FaZe player, and we'll be able to get into game. But keep throwing these questions. We should do this more often. I'm having a great time. But yeah, Dream Teams. I'm intrigued to see what you guys would build. I think Yanko's won that entire debate. That's it's over.
Business as usual, Alex.
As always.
Stone Cold, just...
Oh, God, there's so many questions.
Okay.
Question for...
Give one more.
This is a question for Pansy. This is...
Right.
Okay, Sharkman. Question for Pansy. Specifically, how do I get good at one-deeging?
I cannot deagle to save my life.
She is the worst. Yeah.
I'm awful.
There we go.
Don't use it. Don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, what are your matchmaking ranks? Just got my global back.
You're welcome.
I don't play matchmaking.
She carried me. He doesn't even play it. There you go.
There you go. That's what it is.
That's the end of the debate. Some ladies asking if you're single, Yanko. I'm gonna breeze past that one. How do you stay looking so gorgeous, Yanko? They are in love with you, bro. Matt wants to know how you stay looking so gorgeous.
Is that Matt Klein?
It's Matt Truett, a.k.a. Sadokist.
Oh, that up-and-coming caster that just tweeted us. Yeah. No, so come on, what's your routine? You know, are we putting like some cream on? Are we gonna be like? Yeah, okay.
It's not going to be answered, is it?
This is Yanko telling me he's had enough of my antics.
Shut up,
There's
Alex.
so many good questions that keep coming. I need to.
Yeah,
the problem
you've
is,
been picking great ones.
No, you're really nailing
because
it.
you guys aren't talking,
deeds.
and I have to actually filter.
Okay,
I have to filter through the rubbish.
Oh,
you guys are sending in rubbish as well.
just real nice balance there. Come on.
Oh, this is quite good. This is actually from Sharkman, the one digger. He says, "Yo, what's the best position to AWP on B? I would normally hold near vents." I mean, this is I would suggest that this is a bit of an open-ended question again. I mean, it's all about...
Subjective.
Yeah, it depends. So if you're looking for an open position, right, you want to be aggressive, it's probably there's a really good one. You go towards checkers, towards the first exit, right, right towards the left. But you don't hold the line right next to the wall because that's where you can get pre-fired. You go towards the box where people hide. People call it the Keo box as well. So you get the line there. So it's a bit of a wider angle. You can see both sides of the sunroom, and it's harder for you to get pre-fired.
There you go.
But if you're more passive, you can. There's the default spot on the safe plant, right behind the pipes. But that one you can also get pre-fired there. So there's a better one, in my opinion, near the white box on the left side. You can still see when people go into checkers.
That's a good answer. Sorry, I was getting distracted.
Thank you, Alex.
The final question, because we are ready to go, is just a quick question from Fusion. He says, should Pith, whatever you pronounce, Pit, sorry, my pronunciation is poor. Should Pit
both wrong.
be the
Only
main
job, of course,
on NiP at all times, or should they continue to change it? I think Forrest has been picking it up almost equal to Pit at times.
I haven't really seen since Pit's
his
hand
hand
injury.
I think both are not really amazing at the op. I think they do it out of necessity, but I think it's just preference in that team, pretty much, or positions.
Yeah. Which it has been for a couple of teams as well. We're looking forward to seeing how NiP perform in our second game of Cash between these two teams. A 16-3 stomping in favor of the Swedes, and now we have an opportunity to see if FaZe can do something better. Fingers crossed they start on the T side this time, so we can actually see how FaZe plays T side Cash. Your casters are ready. It's over to up-and-comer Matt, Sadek, Stravet, and Henry G.
No, not yet, Alex.
What's that?
You forgot one thing.
Oh, I did. Oh my God, you are the best. You are the nicest human being. I bloody love this, man. The Score Esports application. Oh, I do love you, Yanko. I was about to get in trouble. Check it out, guys. You know the drill by now. Yanko knows the drill. I am not fired. That's a relief. Check it out for news, articles, stats, and the whole shebang. And even you go check out that scoreboard, you can see just how much the individuals of FaZe did underperform. So you grab that on your smartphone. We're now going to head over to your casters.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for the advice. You didn't answer the second part of the question, which was how I should break the news to my co-caster, but I think you'll get the message one way or another.
Is it going to be it's not me, it's you sort of thing, or?
Oh, ESL already got me with that one. Yeah, they nailed me. But you know what? Don't care, it's you. Henry G was the problem.
And you are the solution?
I am the solution to everything.
Yeah,
I'm like
that's
preparation age.
Well, Matthew, we could have cast Cash again. The exact same game as we saw before. 16-3 in the first outing. Do we feel like FaZe can bounce back?
No.
No. Well, why we don't... That's it, then.
Oh, you didn't ask me why. You just asked me a yes or no question, so I for once obeyed.
Do you want to elaborate?
Look, I think the interesting thing is that if we get to see them start on the T side, at least we've got some variation in what we're about to cast, because we will never really get to see a lot of that from the first time around. So there is that to look forward to, but I just don't see it. NiP was so solid. Yes, there was an economy problem for FaZe, but they were just getting beaten every single duel. Alu wasn't being aggressive enough to really do anything about it. Mind you, again, economy ways back to that. He didn't have the AWP. So if they get the opening pistol, all right, I'll hold my breath and count to 10, but I doubt I'm going to get that far. I think that it's going to be another single-digit performance from FaZe.
It's a different approach on the T-pistol round. Instead of a smoke this time, they have got 5 sets of armor, so we'll see what they bring to the table. Looks like an A-sided attack. FaZe, Rain, once again, though, he's holding towards the B storage. So although it'll be slightly different variation, not really that much adjustment in terms of the setup. Get right, aggressive towards A storage here, looking for that first shot. AZ probably will face momentarily, but get right. This is aggressive from him. Spots a first player, and what a shot that is! 1 bullet is all it requires to take him down. Alu, he wants a piece of the action as well, but he fights back and finds the headshot towards get right.
Does indeed. So Alu needs to try and step up the game phase as well. His chance for revenge, chance to go back at NiP. First time they've met, it's been almost a full year. Well, not quite, but it's been 8 months since he's departed NiP. So you think you would be waiting for this chance. Exist, meanwhile, with the USP. I have the same one. He's probably better with it than I am. Can't find shots going into A. Does tag up Kiyoshima down to 61. Bomb plant potential to come in, but it's late crossing over, and by the time it gets there, Kiyoshima, excuse me, has gone down. Kiyoshima. That's almost what I said, as Rain gets the shot onto Exist. What a shot from Disco, though. He's not shying away all night. This guy's been hitting great shots. Rain's gonna have to wait it out on top of the site. He's waiting where the bomb is planted. Second one, a quad will bait him in. Information given, and they pop out. Rain's got the headshot, but Forrest tries to do something of it. Another pistol round. Remember, Forrest, he used to be a demon on pistols. He goes down right away.
Yeah, well, it's the same result for FaZe. Then towards the A bomb side. This time not splitting between middle. And they actually managed to hold off the retake from NiP this time. It was get right. Went aggressive at the start of the round. He got the initial headshot there, but maybe overcommitted. As this is the shot here. 1 bullet, Matt, is all it took. It was pretty lovely. Bosh. There it is. Takes him down. But at that point, he had plenty of room to fall back, but he wanted more than just 1 kill, apparently. So there is a semi-forced buy from NiP. Let's look at these 2 players with their upgraded armor up there. It's going to be 4 Deagles there and a CZ in the hand of Get Right. He's got a smoke as well. So this is more traditional. It's actually quite a modest force buy in the second, like we said. FaZe really overcommitted on their CZ half. Meant that FaZe, well, Alu especially, couldn't get the AWP. And they had no head armor as well against the SMG. So surely FaZe can convert this one. They were struggling with the pistol rounds on the first outing on Cash. Solid default so far, not giving anything away. You can see Rain holding towards B storage, Kiyoshima towards middle, and it looks like they will end up towards A eventually. You can see Jacob, he's got to end towards Squeaky Door. Get right alone on the A side for now, but Forrest is rotating in.
He is indeed. That's all the way back from truck, though. Deagle's in his hands, so he's got distance potential, perhaps, but It's Get Right that wants to make first contact. Door opened, and Jacob jumping away from it, trying to get the lineup in toward the site. And Get Right's going to take the initiative, the opportunity. Carpe diem to walk over toward the boxes instead, but it all for naught. No avail. He'll get caught by Jacob. Deagle now goes to work from Forrest, who's made his way all the way to the site. Can't line the headshot up. Nearly does as they wrap around, and that'll drop him down in the site. Limit exists to the highway, and FaZe should, all things considered, should pick up this round.
What would you do if FaZe won 16-3?
Summer's at home. I don't know what I'd do, actually. That'd be pretty remarkable.
Would you set up a forfeit if it happens? Just a crazy result.
16-3 for them in return would just speak volumes about Counter-Strike and momentum, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's true. Can we say, though, if they get a 16-3, the bid comes off tonight?
You really want me to get rid of this, don't you?
It really itches me.
Wow, Henry. Okay. I don't know what you've been fantasizing about, but keep telling yourself these lies.
Okay. Bit defensive there. I think the Lady Dot Priest has too much.
Listen, I've just decided that I'm going to grow it until I'm... To be fair, it really itches me, actually. That's not a joke. It's really...
You have been complaining quite a lot.
like 3 days ago, I went and bought razor blades, got in the shower, and was like, all right, here we go. And then I was like, you know what, I'm too lazy. And here it is still.
Full eco for NiP here. Pretty convincing second round there from FaZe. Didn't give too much away. And it's going to have other A-plant going in their favour. Just USPs. And Freiburg with the P2000 towards the B-bomb. So he's going to be Molotov out of position. He'll be dead momentarily. There it is. AZ finishes him off. Bit of an alley-oop from the Molotov. And it's going to be... Alu actually looking for very aggressive play towards CD Spawn, and he does get taken down. A team kill coming in as well. This actually goes down to a 2-on-2. This kill means everything. Jacob can't find it. There is a window for an FP, but he does land the kill. The unarmored player exists, goes down. He did find a UMP, but now just Get Right remains. And, that's optimistic at best with the UMP. Let's see, we'll be falling back now, but looks things. Maybe he could try and get an AK out of this. I guess the idea at this point, wait till the bomb's about to blow up and the teammate, when the terrorists are falling back. I just saw the chat. That's so interesting.
You love that, don't you? That is our emoji. If you look closely, the eyeballs are actually our faces.
If we could get like Twitch analytics as to how often that emoji is used when we're casting, we definitely got it.
Yeah,
I think.
I believe we should get royalties. Jacob, he's going to take down Get Right. So they won't get any more guns away from FaZe in that doing. However, Alu onto the AWP is going to be going against rifles this time. Symmetrical buy, 2 A4s, top and bottom, and then the A1S for Forrest.
Number 3. Now AWP in the hands of NiP though, so it would be interesting. Like Des said though, they didn't necessarily have a designated AWP. It's not like it's as influential as someone like Alu would have it. They rely on him very heavily for initial picks. It's a B rush though. Rain gets the first kill. Right, they're doing what he can from checkers. It's not enough though. He only finds one. Now the B site is open, but Disco Doppelin towards middle. That's AZ trying to come in for the lurk, trying to stop the rotating CTs. Actually just goes down without a frag himself. He didn't have to commit to that. He could have just held defensively and listen out for the footsteps, but now it is an equal situation. Only one kid available. That's in the hands of Get Right. He's smoked out of position for now. Once again, spamming bullets through towards checkers. And the retake begins. There is Molotovs and smokes available for the Ts. So this retake could be problematic for NiP.
Nice shot coming through. Kiyoshima taking down Exist. Holding off this retake potential, but Get Right found another, and a second as well. He's on fire so far. He had 4 kills to start it off, more than anyone on his team, more than his team combined, and he's got it down to the one-on-one. Pistol out, he's got the shot, but he doesn't have the time. He's picked up a kit late. He'll survive in the corner. He's down to 53 HP. Where's the op? He gets it. So at least they'll carry that over, but Get Right at least showing some frag potential. He's up to 7 kills. Next best on his team is 2.
This kill, why did Alu have to face that? That's insane. And they haven't even got to the bomb site yet. You've got the AWP, you've got a great angle. Wait for them to commit, surely. He just faces and hoping for the best there with the AWP, and does go down. They win the round regardless, but they have given the AWP over. And it's going to be in the hands of Disco Doppelin. He'll be taking this towards middle. By the looks of things, Alu purchasing an AWP himself. And we'll see what he can do as he gets boosted up towards middle. That's what Doppelin will be waiting. And he actually takes the shot as well. Takes down Alu. Now a 5-on-4. They have got UMPs and M4s as well to accompany this sniper rifle. Big round incoming. They boosted up at the very start of the round. He knew an AWP was available for the CTs as well. Just wanted to lock it down at the very beginning. Could have done there with a smoke towards connector potentially. Would have been beneficial. That should be almost standard at the start of those sort of rounds. Means you have to force that CT out, take him out of position, almost make him redundant there. Then it's a pretty 50-50 fight if you don't put it down. That's actually coming straight down to Jules. You could eradicate that risk and just spot out towards mid.
AZ working together with Jacob in tandem out toward the wing. Try and swoop in. One fell swoop, potentially against Get Right. On NA4, he sprays back through the doorway. No lineup ahead, but he'll cross over. Try and get toward quad. Someone else on his team's gonna have to step up and start getting some kills, though, if they want to get back into this. Already, FaZe has gotten more rounds than the first time around on this map. Remember, we'll explain in a second. Get Right does get another headshot, but AZ comes in. 2 for him on the way through, and AZ's the one on this team all year. Not to call him out, they've had a great start to the season that's been quieter than that of his teammates, which have been quite dominant in many regards. Flank potential in for Freiburg as he puts himself into an area, an assertive area at A main, but Rain sees that coming, gets the crosshair placement dead on, and Freiburg goes down. It's Disco Doppeln on the AWP to try and work in. Ball planted wide, flash comes through, catches them both, and Kiyoshima's able to take Forrest. Good shot back. 1 versus 2, though, and Disco is slowly getting away from this, just barely will. But remember, these are not best of series, they're single head, best of ones in that case. They're individual matches, hence why there's a possibility for Cash to be played twice.
Agreed. And it's going to be 5-0 for FaZe. So starting on the T side this time, they've actually won the pistol. And the first round for NiP, they didn't have the AWP themselves, who are limited. And it's actually going in favor of FaZe. Now they're actually having a huge scoreline advantage and be going to round number 6. There should be another eco for NiP here. They have saved the orb once again. It was Alu, like I said, who didn't necessarily have to take the risk towards middle. They can actually smoke off connector and eradicate that possibility. I'd like to see him do that if he's going to face again, just blindly and hoping for the best. There's 4 smokes, though, for NiP. So they're going to probably treat this like a gun run in some senses, as they get a fast boost up towards middle. That's FaZe. And it's going to be Disco Doppeln this time, playing towards A storage aggressively.
And Forrest will fade away. So Disco is going to have to keep this AWP in prime position to try and catch them off. And right now he'll elect to play on A, holding A main aggressively, wants to get a pick fast and fall away. Jacob, meanwhile, though, is going to come up highway. That could thwart possibilities of that AWP getting anything. Boost up for AZ. Exist, jump spots, nearly shot down as well. You wouldn't discount AZ on a fine form day to miss that shot too often. He can definitely react fast enough for that.
Absolutely. Well, still a lot to do here, NiP. They have got the orb, but it's towards A storage. And he could take down Alu here. Alu, known to not be the most disciplined player, I guess, does survive for now, and he does take down Doppeln in the end. So that's a huge string to NiP's bow, taking him out, taken down, and Jacob comes up towards highway by himself, though. Where's the refrag? It's going to be Exist finding that first shot with a pistol. Could get a double hit as well, but he runs out of bullets. He's going to be struggling, but does get a kill in the end. And Rain does come in to clear up the danger as he finds 2 kills. But it's still very close here, 2 on 2. And, core jumping. It's going to be Freiburg going down. Just leave poor old Forrest. Desert Eagle is all he's got.
I think this is highlighting more than anything what momentum and economy does in Counter-Strike.
Definitely.
I mean, this is now 6-0 for FaZe. They're the ones that get the target. The run of the mill now, this is a question, an age-old question, and it's not necessarily something I favor with, but just as a theory. I know Richard Lewis has stressed this before. What if pistol rounds didn't exist in that regard? Would it put more emphasis on individual skill and team skill?
I've always said that was one of the best things about CGS. Not necessarily the format or the way it was done, but the fact they didn't have pistol rounds, I thought that made Counter-Strike it's the best game it could be, right? I thought that they have too much impact in CSGO, especially. They're a little bit random in the sense that sometimes they're amazing, sometimes they're completely god-awful. I feel like Counter-Strike as a whole would be a better game.
You'd still have ecos, because the money system still exists, but you'd start, what, 10K?
Yeah, exactly. And you'd still have ecos, you'd still have to control the economy, but I feel like the pistol round is too influential. If you win both of those in a best of 1, top team, if it's very equal teams, that's going to be the deciding factor ultimately, right? It's going to be anyone can win the pistol. It's not necessarily down to the tactic. It's just whoever wins that specific moment, whoever hits that first shot, they're normally going to win it. And I've never been a huge fan, but it's definitely something to have a think
Dennis
about.
would hate hearing you say that.
Of course, I think a lot of people would. It's part of Counter-Strike, right? It always has been. Well, in the last 10 years at least, it was a different format before that. But yeah, definitely a conversation. Maybe we can talk about it next week.
Something we definitely could talk about. Freiburg, meanwhile, going to hold the wide side smoke, and that's the bunch of feet. That's a lineup. I don't know why Kiyoshima follows in the footsteps of his teammate when they're trying to accomplish the same goal, especially when it's a risk. Forrest, 2 quick shots, AWP, and Ninjas in pajamas. will finally break the goose egg. Same scoreline, in fact, as FaZe did it against them. It was 6-1, an eco win. This time not an eco, but an eco win for FaZe in the first game on Cash. So we're seeing mirrored images here.
Happened some very close rounds as well, even with a 6-0 advantage on the T side, no less. FaZe going to round number 8 with 3 Tech 9s, 1 AWP, and an AK. So just to go show you, all of these rounds have been very close indeed. They haven't been clean sweeps. Like a lot of rounds, there's 2 players surviving, 1 player surviving. So boost up once again. This time, Alu's boosting up Rain. So not going to use the AWP towards that position. This is Rain potentially throwing his smoke towards Highway, I think. I'll have a look what he decides to do. Off it goes. Okay, it's actually towards the spawn this time.
Good shot from Exist. Second one as well, catching AZ. Tries to spray toward the smoke at the doorway. Jacob not exposed, but now he'll go. And the Sect 9 not going to be sufficient enough to catch GetRight, or rather, excuse me, Exist again. So Exist has 3 in this. Forest and GetRight will close it out. I figured that was GetRight up close, but Exist through the smoke able to find it. And now they'll get 2 on the bounce. And just like that, look at the money on the terrorist side.
Broken, of course. So 2K across the board, really. And NiP finding something here in the first half. 2 rounds in a row now. And they have got that double AWP setup working nicely for them. This time it's going to be Forest and Doppelin rolling with that setup. And we'll see what they bring to the table here. We're just going to be focused towards middle. Forest will be in that area for now, but a B rush potentially coming in from FaZe. Everyone in B storage. And this is where Forest and Freiburg usually play together, and they actually are quite efficient. But it's going to be Doppelin this time. As the flashbang comes in, Freiburg gets the first kill. He should be able to mow this down. No armor on any of these guys. It's a simple procedure for the Banana King. And he does it. Easy.
You give him a rival for that title, let me just say. But yeah, only 3 kills for him.
I try my best.
6-3, NiP, 3 in a row. Back to AK-47s for FaZe. Control yourself, Henry.
There we go. Calm down. Well then.
You know who else are king of bananas? Gorillas. As Freiburg starts to go toward middle this time.
Apparently, Kiyoshima's playing off 3G internet off his phone. I can't believe that's a thing.
His ping is 43, so that is some good 3G.
He's playing off his phone because he's out of LAN.
He's out of LAN.
I know the internet. Someone else has been tweeting about that. They've got ESL games. And apparently the internet just doesn't work. So that could actually be true. I didn't even know 2016, what a time to be alive. You can play CS from your phone in a top game as well. That's insane.
And his 43 ping. What? There's got to be some packaging issues in there somewhere, though.
Maybe not.
Interesting. Even a sudden spike or interruption, something to interfere with the signal. Molotov goes in. Freiburg, he's burning. He's got to get away from it, but he gets out with 75 HP, so good enough. Kiyoshima will spray in to ensure that no one else is still sitting among that lovely vent. That no one else is the rat in the cage, Henry, as you would say.
As I would say. Well.
On screens. Okay, so actually on screen is at LAN with him, is who tweeted you, so I would actually believe that.
Yeah.
Because on screen is beside Kiyoshima right now, so that's pretty legit. I actually do believe it.
Well, welcome to the future. We've arrived. 4-on-4 though. Doppelin does find a kill on toward Daisy. There's going to be a B-sided attack here. 18 seconds remaining. Need to get a move on here. The smokes come in. They're decent. Takes off towards CT spawn, but Rain has to find his kill. Freiburg with a strong defense here. Takes down 2. Alu chiming in. Jacob as well. 2 versus 2, but 8 seconds remain. If that Forest can install his I think he saw him, didn't he? Couldn't he have?
I don't think he could. I think he adjusted his angle too soon. I don't think he would have caught it fast enough. Either way, bomb goes down. This is going to make it 2 versus 2, and Forest, he's going to hold the angle, waiting for Alu to get flushed out, pushed out, but GetRight's coming the same direction. Spotted up. He walks into the site. No one watching it. Jacob, he's considering vents as the possibility. Nearly tagged through the wall. In fact, I think he may have been, as Forrest gets the assist and GetRight gets the kill, as well as the defuse and the round. NiP now, as the economy comes back to favor, is going to get up to 4 rounds, close this gap immediately.
And there it is. They're just delaying that defuse so you can pick up the AWP. Have found it in the end. There it is. Forrest finds... oh, he's passing another one on so he can hit double AWP in. That's a very wise idea. And there's a shot from Forrest. Nailed it towards Ali there on the bomb site. And we go into round number 11. That's actually 4 rounds in a row now for NiP. The lost bonus accumulating, the bomb going down as well. That certainly helps out. And it's going to be number 11 here. Just 5 AKs for FaZe. It's a very limited buy. You can see Alu's the only one with any real grenades. That's just a smoke. So it's be raw firepower here. One way towards middle. Flash over. I'm sure his teammates will be trying trying to do something with this, and then actually head towards Squeaky Door. We saw the kind of spray down potential this area has. Maybe just run out one by one, and then you have flashbangs to work with it. They have to open the door, hope for the best. Smoked out for now. Oh. Here it comes, just as I mentioned it.
He's playing well from Highway so far. Just flash through, he won't get the third one lined up, but Get Right finds a 1-for-1. Leaves them, well, okay, Alu pulls this back, so NiP versus NiP former, and Alu, he's got 3. He's making a chance for himself, and hello guys, it's still me. Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to plant the bomb on the A site. Molotov a little bit late to deny. He'll start to push back towards Squeaky. Lurking late toward bottom of Highway is Rain, and you gotta wonder, if Alu can hold him long enough, does he push through or not? Because if he times it wrong, he's a long way away from the site, and Alu therefore needs to stay alive in that situation. And not to take the risk, Rain's just gonna wait. They've got to cross eventually. More utility spent. He'll find the first one. Spots him falling down. Does get the shot lined up. Now they know the crossfire's there. Freiburg smoked out, though. He's going to push Rain well back. A flash as well. He's going to get onto the bomb. He's got a kit to work with. Taps it originally. Going to go for Rain pushing through. He thinks he's still on it. Spray in, though. That's going to give the indication to Rain that no, he's not on it, and he can just play the time. It'll be the round, surely, as Freiburg could do nothing but go down with the blast.
I think he had to go for the full defuse there, right?
Yeah,
the bomb
that was too close.
You had so much to do in terms of finding the kill and getting the defuse in. I think you have to take the risk there. That flash goes down. You fit the smoke down already. It's a decent plan for you. I think you have to go for the full
And not
defuse.
only that, if you're going to tap to try and pull him in, why not peek directly at Highway? Because that's the only way he can get to you fast enough. So the only way you're going to get the kill is straight on.
Yeah, I think you should have taken the risk of that full defuse, in my opinion. But regardless, he doesn't. And FaZe pull one back after losing 4 in a row. Their money's still not fantastic. They have another pause coming in. So this might be the technical pause. It's possibly that 4G connection messing up. Have a look at the pings. It's actually still fine. So, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Either way, this is, I mean, Alu pulls that round back. This is good for FaZe because they needed to get back underway. However, it's
Kishima's timed out. It's happened.
Yeah, it has happened. His internet's or cell phone
data
provider.
plan has
exactly. He's not in his home country. He's in the UK. No, I was just going to say.
He lives in the UK.
Oh, that's right. He did move there. That's right. I totally forgot that. Yeah. But because this is a reset coming into 4 rounds and everyone dying, this is still a problematic situation for FaZe to be in terms of buy right now.
Definitely. Even though they won the round. All 5 players went down, and Kishima's back. He called up the service provider, bought some more data, ready to go. There we go, the round 12, the pause comes undone. There is a buy, and we said that all 5 players for FaZe going down. The money still is amazing, so they have 3 AKs. Jacob with the Tech 9, Kiyashima with the Deagle. Round number 12, and after going 6-0 down, NiP are doing what they can here to still win the half. It's still a possibility. Like we say, these games are never over. That smoke Kiyashima just thrown, that's to stop any incendiary at the start of the round. And it just extinguishes like that. That's what happened there. It makes the CT incendiary redundant.
What if his phone battery dies?
He's got it plugged in, presumably.
I know that, Henry, but I'm just, you know, what if?
Oh, he disconnects. Maybe that's what happened.
You're not very fun, are you? You're probably a real blast at parties.
Yeah, I like parties.
Yeah, well, they don't like it. Freiburg shot into Rain, nearly swings it back, but Jacob already through middle and down in towards CT spawn at Z connector. Gonna find that kill. How many maps have a Z connector, Henry?
I don't know.
2.
Never thought about it.
Forrest gets Jacob, Train has 1. Alu. Bye-bye. Forrest gets the kill as he walks in from vents toward checker. That's going to leave just Kiyashima remaining a member. He's on a Deagle. He's on 3G. And he'll meet Get Right to make it 7-5. NiP keeping it close after a 6-0 start for FaZe. So they've done well. And again, this time it is the full reset. So they're on to pistols.
Indeed. And it's going to end up here 5 rounds now. Presumably going to get 6. It's just another force buy for FaZe. Nothing really to lose here. It's going to be double eco anyway. So might as well see what they can do with the Tech 9s and armor. Going to have a couple of smokes to play as well. 5 players towards B storage once again. Trying to potentially bully Freiburg, who will be playing that position. But there's a decent smoke from him. Forrest actually going to be in toward that vent area. He'll be backing up. No AWP this time for NiP, but not necessarily required considering the circumstance. And it will be the B attack coming in momentarily. Freiburg, first contact, misses that first shot. Flashbang deployed. Forrest coming in for the backstab. Okay.
Now, Disco Doppler, he's been quiet as of late. He hasn't really needed to do much. He's going to get a kill on this, but a bomb down. M4 picked up from Rain. Disco's going to go aggressive, try and pull them out. Does bait one out of the sight. He's getting a good shot toward the deep side, too. That's going to take down Jacob, and Exist will get Rain, and that's all that remains. So therefore, NiP will get number 6 as we go on to round 14. 7-6 scoreline. FaZe holding on to the lead they had, but only just barely.
Indeed. And the money still won't be an amazing place. They do get $1,900 going to the next round, but the bomb plan helps them out. They'll be equal this round, but the next one, okay, the last round, will be a lot better position for themselves. So this is NiP coming back after going 6-0 down. They've adjusted themselves and had a pretty dominating lead in the last 7. So Jacob's gone for some body armor and head armor and a smoke in the still upgraded pistols once again, but this is more than likely going in NiP's favor. But FaZe have shown they've got that entry potential. They actually managed to get the bomb down in the last round. Ishima is firing some shots through the mid warehouse there, but Rain gets taken out first by Forest, and Forest trying to do damage through the connector as well. Keo does take a little bit.
Do it. Kill him.
Keeps hitting him.
Exist boosted. Oh, AZ. AZ goes crazy. Double flash in, but can they push him if he falls down on this? He's got 24 HP, goes down 19. And Molotov that corner, that'll push them out, but against these pistols, he and Forrest being low, one more bullet and they could both go, as Get Right will close the door. Look to main once more. Alu to watch the cross. Get Right to be the final boss as a flash comes in behind quad and Shuffle is out again once more. They are finally pushing through the smoke. He's got the lineup. There it is, coming back in, but no, Jacob instead has the shot. Exist will cover for the trade, but Forrest has to do the same, and it's all going in favor so far. FaZe in the situation that they're the terrorist side. It's down to the 2 versus 2. A site grabbed. Molotov in a little bit early, but an M4 picked up for Alu, and they're just going to sit, wait, and try and bait in Disco Doplin, who will lead the charge.
Yeah, the Molotovs at least buy the CT some time where they reposition. Actually going to get together, start making their way towards the bomb site. There it is. Disco Doplin from above takes down Alu, and Freiberg gets the last kill as well. So 7-7, a decent opportunity for FaZe to win the round. Comes down to the 2-on-2, but without the plant down, those decent incendiary uses from NiP makes things very difficult indeed. We go to round number 15, and like I said, even though it was 6-0 down, NiP still had the opportunity to win the half. That could still definitely happen. Forrest upgrades to the AWP. Alu's got the same weapon on the other side, and we'll see what the players from FaZe here. The problem is they really struggled on their CT side in that opening game, so you're hoping they would probably post bigger numbers than this to have a chance of winning the game, but it's definitely a lot better. They only got 3 in the first showing.
Disco gonna wait behind the smoke for anyone who dare push through. Hello to Blue 42. AZ just waiting for a push as well inside of A main. 7-7. NiP's done so well to pull this back, and you have to say FaZe is just not up to the task tonight. They get the economic advantage, and they still can't convert it to a free kick, or at least a marginal, or say a sizable, I should say. It is going to be a marginal round or a half, but a sizable half to try and push this all the way through. Rain crossing over will spot Forrest again, but he's got to continue on. He's got to just go back over the other way, way over yonder. Beyond that bridge you say is too far.
7-7, final round in the final minute here of the first half. Alu's still waiting, hoping he can find his first pick, and there was an opportunity then, but just narrowly misses out. He sees the grenade come in, realizes he's missed his chance now. We'll be looking towards the vents and sandbags area. This is what they do at FaZe. They allow Alu to have this opportunity to find the first pick for them, but they're running out of time now, 30 seconds. They haven't really made much progress on the map itself. Doplin still towards middle. Jacob is waiting in the squeaky door area as well, but Get Right, he's got the incendiary out. He just wants to slow them down even further now. As soon as they show their hand, there it is, incendiary towards squeaky door. Forrest, I thought he could get the first kill, can't land it.
This looking for more than he's worth, but he does get 2 in the situation before going down. And that'll do it. So NiP comes back from down 6-0 to go 8-7.
Indeed.
It's pretty impressive.
That last round especially pretty lackluster from
Put
FaZe.
on your sunglasses. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't give you enough warning.
Last round from FaZe, pretty lackluster in a sense that they were just waiting for so long for Alu to actually make that first pick. Wasn't given anything at the start there, and it came down to 30 seconds. You see NiP are reading it like a book. Throw the incendiary down just as they execute as well. Delayed him for as long as possible, and no entrance to the bomb site gathered whatsoever. NiP win the half, and like we said before, FaZe only managed to pick up 3 rounds on, or no, maybe 2 rounds on the first half on their T side, so, on their CT side. So maybe
it's a problem. We'll see if it's going to be a problem again. We get a direct blueprint to carbon copy into this game. We'll be back for the second half in a moment. Welcome back, guys. Our fourth quarter, our second half on Cash between NiP and FaZe. I'm not wearing pants under the desk, but we are ready to roll 8-7. They're shorts. And
I was going to say it before you actually won. Oh my God. What is happening off time? Yeah. God, that was really alarming. But what are we talking about? CS? Yeah, FaZe do manage to get 7 rounds, better than their first showing on Cash at least, but they go on to the side, but they were really terrible before. So let's see if NiP can finish things off in style, or FaZe can find some form here on the CT side. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing right now. We definitely need form. So it's I love it. I rolled them up. Henry was a little bit confused for a moment. No, I mean, this is the thing. They had a terrible and abysmal first showing on the CT side of this map in our first game. So we'll see if they've got something to offer. Remember NiP's pistol round as well. That was something that we talked about in the first game.
Yeah, this is where the mind game really comes in. It's like, do you just do the exact same pistol round, or do you think, oh no, that's what I want us to do? Or do you think, do we change it up? And you think, no, what if they expect us to change it?
Exactly,
like, so
right.
like, what's the play?
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, so what's the play? When I was in these sort of positions, when you need to like play someone twice in the same tournament and the same map, I would say we always just do the same thing. If you overthink these things and they adjust, they do something different, then you'll be kicking yourself. So I'd rather just run the same play and say, our tactic is so good, they can know what we're doing, and it won't matter. It comes down to the individual shots. Most teams run the same pistols anyway. They'll probably know what you're doing. It's about hitting the shots at the end of the day and having the timings. So we'll be live any second now. If you are just joining us and wondering why Cash is on again, it's FaZe versus NiP. These are 2 separate games. They've already played it once. It was 16-3 in favor of NiP, an absolute bloodbath for FaZe. They had a better showing here. They lost the first half after being 6-0 up, but looking for redemption here. Maybe they can adjust their CD setup. The problem was in the first showing, they didn't allow themselves to have the AWP in the early stages. Not even a double AWP purchased at all on Cash, which is a very common setup on this map. This team definitely has enough players that can roll with the AWP. Normally it's AZ now, who joins Alu with a secondary AWP position. We didn't see that coming once. So I'm sure, I'm calling it right now. That will be one of the first protocols for this FaZe lineup on the CT side. Get AZ an AWP as well, get Alu an AWP, and then they can actually start being a little bit more dynamic with their rifles. A bit more aggression needed as well. They were allowing NiP to perform too many executes, stay alive for too long, and have 5 players before they make their way to the bomb site. Yeah,
I think that's a good shout. They've got to get the AWP up on Alu. They didn't have any aggression at all to try and find early picks against NiP in the first half of the first game. And now we start again, 8-7 NiP lead. And so far, they're electing to go, well, okay, there it is. That's okay. So for one, I was going to say with 2, because Disco didn't buy armor right away, but with 1 utility player, that'll be Freiberg. A flash and a smoke. Or as you say, a smoke and a flashbang.
Smoke and a flashbang.
Kit for Alu. He's the utility player on the other side.
Definite adjustment here. What can you say about this one? This ball rushing into A storage.
Yep, and it's going to work. AZ's got the kill. So they say, all right, NiP, we know what you did last time. You're probably going to do it again. You were right in guessing that they would do that, Henry, as it could be a second pistol round for FaZe in this game. And get right, he's going to get absolutely assassinated by AZ.
The Hail Mary play comes in. So this time, FaZe win both pistols in this map. That's normally a guaranteed victory. Actually converted that to a 6-0 in the first half as well. If they get a 3-0 here and still don't win, it just goes to show you NiP probably are just the better team on this map overall. But 8-8, they have tied things up. There is a force buy from NiP. It's pretty standard for the courses. Normally, if you don't get the bomb down, that's your only option really. So 5 Deagles, 4 sets of body armor exist. He gets head armor. So, how does this one pan out? There's 3 UMPs for FaZe, 2 M4s, and Freiberg edging his way into the B site, looking for his first point. Kirishima, he'll be standing in the open. Such an advantage with that rifle in hand. Takes him down. Freiberg did not have head armor. So 1 bullet, that's all it takes.
Shot from Alu, though, is successful against Get Right. They used to sit side by side, almost hand in hand, when they were teammates. Now the hands turn to a fist, and Alu will strike first. It's Jacob down to 30 HP. Exist Forest, they're on 11 and 28, and well, less than for now for Exist Forest in the same position. Somehow not spotted sooner, but Alu will get the kill, and Kirishima, he'll close in on the disco. Turn off your disco light.
Fully gear here for NiP. 1 P2P purchased, P250 purchased. I feel like that's going to be a deciding factor. Forest. Yeah, anyone to invest in this round, this is a chance for FaZe to keep all these guns alive. And now the SMGs to get the majority of the kills as well. $600 for each one of those. You can see why. As Jacob, he goes in aggressively, trying to get that first. Well, look at this booster. Where's Get Right now? Oh, I like this. Oh, doesn't want so much anymore. But he does get the kill in the end. As he drops down, adjusts his setup, and then manages to pick up a UMP here. So maybe FaZe getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Aggressive almost every part of the map here. B storage, A storage, towards mid. Rings in towards lockers. Get Right. He's the one with the UMP. Nothing else to work with here. They can slow things down and hope the CTs make another mistake. But Rain spots one player and will just be throwing the incendiary to slow them down.
Forrest watching the doorway. Make sure no one pushes through as he has that P250 primed and ready, I have to say, to be lethal if need be. The safety's off. I like their new little avatars with the sort of more royal blue behind the logo. I think it really brings out the color in the logo, if you know what I mean. A good contrasting color. Good design principles.
Sure.
Speaking of design, by design right now, FaZe still shutting down NiP. Bomb going back over toward B. They'll toss that over to Freiburg and start to work in. Alu's got an UMP, though. Still considering the possibility that Vence will have company. He'll time that right and catches Forrest before he even lands on the ground, but that allows Disco to at least get one on the trade. No one will get any further, though. Kiyoshima waiting inside of the site with an M4. He'll make it now 10 for FaZe.
10 indeed, so they have converted that to a 3-0. Good to see FaZe representing Sweden as well, even though they haven't got a single Swedish player. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just showing some...
Not bad. Doesn't Europe have a flag? You can just put that blue stars thing.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys call that. Oh, wait, you don't call it anything because you Brexited.
We did. Well, I didn't. It's not me.
No, it was you alone.
It
was you alone. Alu's trying to find the shot through smoke in toward Toxic, but as he gets covered up and tries to push forward, he's trying to stay. The reason he's trying to stay right now in checker, by the way, even though he's Molotov'd and smoked off, is because he was trying to bait Kiyoshima in, but Get Right's taken advantage of the fact that he doesn't have the vision and has found that kill. So very good use of utility to clear the corners, and it does give the man advantage now to NiP with guns back up. Get Right went down to 10 HP in doing so, but it's opened up a world of possibility for them.
Man advantage here for the Ninjas in Pajamas. Get Right goes down to 10 HP, but he's already done the hard work. He's got that kill. Towards the B side of the map, it's going to be Alu with the AWP. So they'll be setting up for some sort of mid-execute here. Smoke goes out, but Jacob's still boosted up, waiting to strike. And Forrest is towards middle, so maybe this could equate to something here. Flashbang comes in, Rain feels the brunt of it. He has to fall back here. Jacob in a very precarious position, but it's actually working out very nicely for him. Gets the first headshot as well. They'll be boosting over. That's low HP. Get Right. Doesn't manage to get the bullet onto his chest, but Rain, he finds a kill with the UMP. 4 on 3 now as Doppelin comes out squeaky door.
Doppelin as well, looking toward Highway. Good shot, finds Jacob. But AZ's there to get him back, drops down, and they line up, they walk in. Get Right presents himself on a platter, and Forrest goes down behind him.
That'll do. Not bad at all. You're spraying at one, and the low HP player runs behind him. So that works out very nicely indeed for AZ there. So this is looking much more successful for FaZe on the CT side. 4 in a row now. They pick up the first gun round, and it has knocked down NiP to a partial buy here. This is Tech 9 to the PT50, and we know they normally favor the A side in these sort of setups, so smoke towards Highway, and maybe Molotov towards MBK, and try and see what they can do. They're setting up for these set-piece smokes. All of them fly over the start of the round. They could fake out of this. Looks like they will be fully committing. Every smoke has been successful so far. First place we Get Right into position. He nails the headshot as well. AZ goes down, and this is why the Tech 9s are so deadly through these smokes. A lot of running gun potential, and they can't actually find a second kill. It is Get Right eventually to get to, but Rain takes him down.
Rain's going to go down himself, though, in the end, and NiP still favor themselves here with 2-man advantage. Kiyoshima late trying to come back from Highway. Has the M4. Forget the name, but it reminds me of the guns in H1Z1. Currently working on a new map for anyone who's interested. Disco Doppelin, flash in hand. He's going to try and blind up Keo, who spots one behind the forklift, but goes wide side peek, gets faced by 2, still manages to isolate Forrest, pull that back, but Freiburg's taking his teammate down. They know where Keo is. And is that going to be a problem? But Kiyoshima says, no, absolutely not. He's going to go toward the bomb. He has the kit facing A main, tap, guess what? 3, 2, oh, sooner than that even.
What's so nice about that strategy from NiP, right? So they do the set smokes. There's one towards quad, there's one at upper, there's one between the bomb site and the forklift. They do a second, like a third smoke between the bomb site and the far wall there. So it means when the players come through forklift, they can actually use that smoke as full cover to get to the bomb site with flashes going off as well. It's very difficult for the CTs to actually know what's going on there. And the Tech9s come out of that smoke. They're very close range. You know how deadly those weapons can be in a close range environment. And that's exactly what happens. And NiP do find their first round from a Tech9 buy as well. They haven't reset the economy just yet, but it's going to be Get Right going through the way storage, gets dinged through the smoke. Same smoke's going over. This could be some sort of fake here. It's the exact same strategy. Not committing his fast yet, it's a ruse. So this is Threat calling in something a bit more tactical here. It's Get Right, the only player to go in A by himself, but his teammates have made their way towards mid. They're going up to A through Highway this time. So it's a similar end to the equation, but it's going to be a different approach in terms of the way they get to the bomb site. But Freiburg, great form from him. It's 3 headshots. Freiburg returning to form here as he finds the A side completely open after he eviscerates 3 of the players there. That was amazing. Can we get a replay of Freiburg's kills there, if possible?
It's not possible.
I know a friend will throw you under the bus if you missed him, but
it's Rushley.
Let's watch it. That was kind of sick.
We don't have it, Henry.
We don't have it.
Oh, we do.
We might do.
We might.
Rain.
Watch this. Forrest.
So Freiburg absolutely wrecks them.
Bang. And get wrecked. And get wrecked. That's pretty good from Freiburg, I have to say. I've been hard on the guy lately.
Yeah, that was very good. That's world-class stuff. That's really nice.
It was pretty good. No, it was very good. You're right. And that's going to bring this to a 1-point game. Pistols as well for FaZe. So you said it, 2 pistol rounds, and if they couldn't collect the win out of this, then NiP is just going to have to be considered the better team on the map, which is a problem for FaZe when you consider if they ever meet these guys in series at LANs. This is the go-to map for FaZe in a lot of ways. Get Right again finding, this time Alu, but a player behind that box at B. And there's no one really to bait and switch it in, try and set the crossfire to cut them down. Existo find AZ in return. And another shot from Get Right finding Kiyoshima over at B. So yeah. Pistol's not doing anything. They tried to stack up and favor this B bomb site, but it doesn't work out.
So the money for FaZe right now, they get our 3rd stage loss bonus. So it's going to be $2,400. So what we're to buy, it won't be the strongest. There could be potential for a glass cannon AWP, but it's to be Jacob now left in the 5-on-1. He's only got P250 and body armor. This is NiP tying things up. We said that they were 6-0 down to the start. FaZe got the 3-0 in the second half as well. And if they were to lose this game, as I mentioned before, it just goes to show you that maybe NiP are just better on this map overall. And that discussion about the pistol rounds in CSGO map, I think you're going to start the new campaign, a petition maybe, led by you. What do you think?
I think it's 11-11, Henry. And we should make a wish. Wishes for Forrest to hit through the smoke, and he does it. It finally came through. Rain goes down. What a lovely shot to take, and the Molotov bounced off pillar. Get Right will find Jacob, and we're hardly into this round. 15 seconds gone, and 2 players dead already on the FaZe side. AZ is going to try and take back some real estate, try desperately to find a kill that will allow them back into this round, but that is a tough ask. Kiyoshima's gone out to Toxic, but the problem is, plays the tight side, given up, position known. How does he get out of here at this point in time? Flash out, Forrest already staring him down. Freiburg trying to cover him off when he does escape, and when he goes to the nade, that's the missed call, as he just gets obliterated by the AK-47. AZ's turn to go aggressive.
5-on-2 in this round has been an absolute nightmare for FaZe. It was a difficult buy, didn't have an AWP. They're trying to go aggressively towards the mid area to start, but like you said, Forrest with a good spawn does find that first kill just about through the smoke, and 4 players surviving as well. I think this will be an eco for FaZe, so NiP taking the lead now, 12-11, and another eco coming in for the European side. I think they've not got a single player from the same country now, have they? So Kiyoshima's French, Rain's Norwegian, oh, so is Jacob as well. They've got 2 Norwegian guys. Yeah,
I mean, this is Vendetta's dream, right?
Is it?
To get more Norwegian players involved.
This is his exact dream, yeah.
This is his dream. We are in Vendetta's mind right now. And even then, they can't win.
They've got Rubino as well, who's Danish. Oh, so he's Norwegian and a Danish team.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's about it, though.
That's about it. Kiyoshima gets taken down quite quickly and convincingly by Get Right. Again, a round lead for NiP on this. They could make it 2 as it's on to Pistols. Alu's going to get caught from his left as he doesn't have anyone watching the checker room. Freiburg clears behind the box as well. No one to sneak out late and catch them off guard. It's going to be a bomb plan from Disco Doppelin, who once again has decent numbers. 16 kills for him, but it's Get Right and Freiburg that lead the way. Get Right on 22 himself. 17 for Kiyoshima on the other side. He leads the way. Spray through the smoke. Disco just looking for some connection to be made and wrap this up potentially sooner, I think would be the ambition for NiP, who have firmly taken the driver's seat, I have to say, in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after this round, it'll be 13-11. Money's starting to get to a more manageable situation for FaZe as well. Next round, they do have maximum loss bonus, so $3,400, and if they can get anything out of this, if they can get an exit kill major, that'll certainly help things. AZ tries his best with the deal. Can't land the shot into Jacob now. He does manage to find one, but I don't think he'll be able to pick the weapon here, which is not great. The last player remaining takes the headshot, but he'll just be falling back here. So the AWP has potential, but like I said before, they haven't tried a single double AWP setup as of yet. We know AZ is been secondary AWP, but the money just hasn't been fantastic here. After getting 4 in a row, they did get hit pretty hard after NiP have arrived here on the gun rounds. That's going to be 5 rounds in a row for them now. Let's see what Alu can do. For me, he hasn't had crazy impact here in terms of the CT half. He's only on 14 for 19. Not insane numbers. And Forrest looking to challenge once again. Oh, that's really nice. You can see that alley-oop as Get Right is going through the middle. We always called him out for those pushing smokes randomly and kind of not having any rhyme or reason behind them. But when it works like that, he distracts the AWP. This is so unexpected. It looks great. It's when he dies.
Lovely.
When he dies and no one else does the refrag, it's just like, why did you do that? There's nothing to gain from that.
Well, he has to time it, obviously, correctly with his teammates. And he's now going to fall back a little bit toward middle. 4 versus 4. Pushed up in toward A main. We do have Jacob. Actually, I take that back. Minimap misleading. Thank you, Rushley, for correcting me. He's gone up toward Squeaky Door, but he's caught by Exist, which is now a major problem because Bomb resides over toward A. They're going to have Force start to clear this out. He's not going to spot anyone. And if they don't rotate AZ over quite quickly, they could just waltz into the site, NiP, and make this 14 rounds.
Could do indeed. 4-3. Forrest now. A storage, 45 seconds remaining as well. The bomb will be heading towards A. And AZ, he's the only player there as well to defend. He's got an HG grenade and a flashbang, but now they know exactly where he is as well. That flash has to work out for him. And Forrest, fully blinded, pulls the trigger and rips his head off as well. The last 2 remaining players for FaZe are towards the B site. They have got kits and incendiary as well, but I don't think that's going to be a huge factor here. The default plant will go down. I think the only chance they have of stopping it is they throw it right about now. Here it comes. It goes in. If you can follow it, will it do anything? No, but actually doesn't need to land. So, pretty useless.
Lovely stuff. Lovely.
Is Forrest boosted up?
He is. No, it is Forrest that's up.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Oh, no, he's not on the... Okay, he's just boosted up himself. On the
Inside, yeah, okay. Again, the X-ray misleading slightly. Kiyoshima, nonetheless, the last alive. He'll fade away from this. It's going to be 14 rounds to the 11 for NiP, and he won't even save the gun as Freiberg chases him down. That's good stuff, I have to say. It's unequivocal so far that NiP has been the better of the 2 teams, and doing it this time without pistol rounds. FaZe stuck on 11. We'll go for shotgun on Alu. Clarion or FAMAS on AZ. It's going to be just the 5-7 as well on Rain.
Alu with the auto shotgun. It's not a common purchase on cash, I have to say. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Does that smoke? Sure, he's got to play behind that smoke. He's got to do something here. Can't just sit back and hope for the best. It's a decent grenade. Oh, actually not that decent. Does about 15 damage.
No one's played the corner position very much. I wonder if Alu's going to try and burrow his way in there this time. He's still playing behind the smoke instead.
He knows Get Right loves to go towards checkers. That's what he's hoping for.
Well, he's right. Get Right's there, but he's got the assist to Exist. Kill! Kiyoshima drops down, finds 2. However, Exist responds on that as well. I hear Alex trying to imitate me in the corner, but that's probably because he's trying to replicate me and become a better caster. It's Exist to fall back as Forrest has the AWP. It's a man advantage for FaZe.
The shots. Take fire. Take cover. They're coming.
Oh, he's apparently making fun of you. That makes more sense.
Oh, so that's fine. You don't mind anymore?
Yeah, that's fine. No,
you won't defend my honor?
No, absolutely not.
Brilliant.
Why would I? You can do it yourself.
If he wants to be mean, that's up to him.
Forrest is going to start to probe out toward the A site, though. This is actually the right call. If they can swing this back against AZ and find the kill against... Okay, well, the smoke indicates they actually just want to isolate the A site. If they can find him, though, he's not alone. It would have brought this down to a 2 versus 2 on a retake. Instead, they go back to B. Forrest dropping down. Is he hurt? Rain's going to spot him regardless. And FaZe, they might just be able to pull this round back now. Keep in mind, if they do, it'll totally reset 6 rounds against them. And it'll make the economy a massive factor. NiP's got 5 digits left over on every single member alive right now. And as I say that, I should say every single member that's also dead because it's only Forrest that's alive. He's picked up the bomb again, 16 seconds. He's got to commit to this B site. Doesn't even matter if he goes down after the time, so he might as well take it. Does find the first shot, but it's traded out. AZ's got it.
the fact he found one kill there towards the end just keeps hurting the CT economy going forward. Yes, FaZe win the round, but only one player surviving means another difficult investment into this one. And NiP have just got money for days here. They had enough to get up, so they wanted to as well. Exist even after the rebuy. He's got 10k left over. Not a similar story for FaZe. They have to win this round. If they were to lose it, it's a full reset. They have absolutely nothing. Only 1,400 going into what could potentially be the last round. So at this point, FaZe can't afford to lose a single thing. It looks like a fast B play coming from NiP as well. The smokes go in. AZ flashes towards A storage, trying to find that first kill. Not finding anything just yet. Alu's still on the auto shotgun. So this could be it right here, right now. Just to reiterate, if FaZe loses this round, it's pretty much GG.
Well, that's the big thing, is their money's still not great. They will go back to that shotgun with a flash, and this time nearly two as Alu goes down in the end to get right. He couldn't quite get the damage done. 61 HP left for him after that exchange. They'll boost up inside the red crate at mid, make sure no one pushes through. It'll be the stand-in, who I have to say is certainly making himself at home on NiP. Disco Doppelin and Get Right as well inside of middle will happily welcome that support, because right now he's kind of a man alone on an island out in middle.
Very tense round here, 1 minute remaining as well. NiP yet to commit to a site, and you can see A is completely exposed here for the CTs. Forest in the squeaky door as well. Get Right in a great position, but he's going to be Molotov though. He has to face here, and the CTs know it as well. They're going to try and take him down, but it's Get Right just performing at an incredible level here. Gets the headshot, and now it is a 3-on-3, but Forest has got an open A site, so he can position himself for rotating CTs here, but they have discovered that's where he'll be. Smoke goes towards CT spawn, and a chance to get the bomb down now for terrorists.
Okay, is it? Absolutely not. 27 seconds, plants in the open. They allow Rain to push up with that smoke that they've thrown out to cover off top highway. Nothing behind it, so a completely exposed plant. Normally you'd have the addition of the second smoke behind red crate. Without it, that was a problem. Forest, well, they've got it back. They've got this down to a 2 versus 1. It could be round 15, and it will be, as Forest catches Keo trying to find Exist. 15-12 in favor of NiP.
And the problem is, for reasons I stated before, that's a full reset, and it's match point for NiP. FaZe get $1,400 going into this round. They have absolutely nothing to work with. It looks like it will be 5 pistols to try and keep their head above water. They've got armor, CZs, 5.7s, a Deagle, and NiP are aware of the situation as well. They know they can bully them towards middle especially. Do FaZe even try and show presence there whatsoever? They're going to have Ray by himself with a 5.7. There should be no way they can win this. They're going to go aggressive towards Squeaky Door, but they've got Forest waiting for them as well. He does damage. They're going to have to fall back. The flash comes in. It's not effective, and now they're going to just go for the kill. They have to make it happen, but Jacob don't land it. Okay.
Well, fair enough. Credit where credit is due. Best to give praise where praise is due. And Exist. Looking toward middle, might have a greeting party, because FaZe starting to try and use strength in numbers after finding the advantage with that opening kill. They're going to grab that bottom of highway with Force, 3 players there, and the rest of them in B, the other 2. 58 seconds, NiP slowing this down, making sure they try and figure out exactly what the plan is right now on this defensive side.
Still a huge advantage here for NiP. FaZe don't really have much information. You see they've got 2 players towards B, 1 in middle. That's Rain. It's up to AZ and Jacob on the A side here. AZ, incredible with the Deagle, and he does deliver once again. Still a lot of work to do here. 5-on-3. It's good news so far, but still have to fend off this A-side attack. The Molotov just raining in as well.
Jacob gets aggressive, finds one more. Exist is there to pull it back though, and Freiburg found Rain just before, so Get Right's kill means it's dead Keel. It'll be back to an even set, and not only that, he goes forward, he'll find Kiyoshima as well. It's all on to Alu to try and keep the game alive, and Get Right doesn't want any of that. 3 kills, closing it out, and NiP back-to-back wins on cash. This one a little closer, and a lot of that has to do with the pistol.
Definitely has a lot to do with the pistol. The fact that FaZe pick up the pistol and they go 6-0 in the first half, they get 4-0 in the second, and they're still winning these games. Like I said before, it just kind of suggests that NiP just are far superior on this map than FaZe are currently, especially tonight anyway. It's an online game, difficult to gauge what that actually means, but overall NiP were the better team tonight. Good overall T-tactics from them as well. Good array of fakes and set of pieces. Good teamwork. Forest was very good at the AWP as well. I felt like FaZe limited themselves to the economy in the first showing. It was slightly better in the second, but still weren't dynamic enough, didn't change the setups enough, weren't aggressive, no double AWPs coming in, so it was never going to be a successful game. For them,
No, and if you look at the table now, Astralis went 1-1 with Envious. Everyone else is kind of battling out. So FaZe still have a decent step above most, but this will be 2 losses for them in NiP. That's a big step forward for them to get. Now, I do have to apologize to Alex. He was not imitating me. In fact, I should encourage you to imitate Henry more often, but I'm going to send it back over to you in the desk.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, he's casting with one ear off just to make sure we don't say anything nasty about him. His ear hurt, apparently.
Aww.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, I was imitating Henry's. He was very similar. That was it.
Do it again.
You only get it once.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Anyway, we are going to be seeing NiP pick it up, but you know what? In a less convincing fashion, because we sat there and we said, okay, 16-3, now FaZe get another shot at it. We wanted them to start on the T side, and what a start on T side it was. I mean, 6-7 rounds at the start of things for FaZe.
Yeah, well, the only difference, the only reason why the score was different is that FaZe won both pistol rounds this time around, and they had a good start in the first half, as you already mentioned. But again, it was NiP who managed to hold them off. I actually like what FaZe tried to do. They were brute forcing their way in early, probably realizing that they're going to be outplayed by NiP if they try to complicate it. So they kept it pretty simple, but it worked initially. But after that, NiP adjusted and FaZe couldn't get much rounds towards
It does feel like we just we will find ourselves repeating ourselves with the word adjust. All these NiP games that if someone accumulates an early lead versus them, it's always the word adjust. NiP adjusted and then went out.
I think it's a big defining point of any very top tier team at the moment that they have the ability to then adapt further. They can go, okay, well, this is what's been working for them so far, or what's been maybe hindering us. This is how we change it. Having that presence of mind to do it mid-game is quite impressive. It was, and it was impressive. A quick victory for NiP and a solid game and day of CS. I think we're going to kind of leave a bottom line there. There's not too much more to be said. We have talked about NiP and FaZe twice on Cash, and so we'll leave it there. We'll put a pin in that. And just remind you guys about what you've witnessed. We did have 3 of the very same map. We started with Dust 2, and then we did dive into the Cash. But off stream as well, this is what I want to highlight. You did get to see Dignitas with 2 big games versus Flipside. Now that's an achievement in itself. 2 wins for Dignitas does make life a whole lot easier for them as time does go on. And the split series between Astralis and Envy, a very close Mirage game, in fact, going right down to 14-14 before Envy did manage to close things out. Train, however, what on earth happened? 16-3, I saw tweets from Kenny and the boys saying that we could have lost that, but we shouldn't have lost it by that margin. It was the fact that it was that 16-3 that really did put them off. And of course, it wasn't the only 16-3 we saw today. NiP kind of putting up sterling performance here on Cash versus the FaZe boys. Good day of CS, right, Yenko? Have a good time? I mean, a lot of Cash. Yeah, we learned a lot. Some diversity would be nice. I liked asking you questions, though. That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. The Q&A session went down well, I think. Mixing it up a little bit, of course. Yeah, keeping it interesting. It's all about diversity on desks. Oh, wow. Edgy. Edgy. Put it back in, Alex. Okay, here I go. Leaderboards. Let's have a quick look. Matt's already hinted that the splitting the series would do a whole lot of good for Astralis. It's going to be 3-5 then as they get their 3rd win on the board. You can see that things are starting to fill up. It's crazy. Just into week 2 and finally we're starting to get almost a result for every single team in the Pro League, just waiting for Penta to show up and show us what they're made of. But everyone else has gone and... Did you just laugh? Did you just laugh, Yenko? Damn. He's just looking at the table now. That's it. Yeah, the table was funny. Graphics make me laugh too. Yeah, fantastic stuff all around. We need to get off this desk before someone gets a slap on the wrist. Now, though, North America is coming up as well. If you want more of the same, you get it. It'll be brought to you by our lovely guys over in North America. They're losing it, boys. It will be Battle of Blue for Cloud9 CLG, and they get to see Optic and the Renegades perform. That will be exciting to see. Now, also off-stream, you get to see Liquid Winterfox. Liquid so far have actually had a bit of a turbulent start in the Pro League, posting results we really wouldn't have expected of them. In fact, expecting more, given that they were on the grand final stage not too long ago at ESL 1 Cologne. Available on the second stream, of course, it will be broadcast. You get to see that one. Now, tomorrow for Europe, we will not be present. This has concluded our fantastic week. Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, when you're going to be booking out for ESL Pro League. But we're going to be back same time next week with all of that good stuff. We'll be coming in on Monday. You get to see Penta versus VP. We get their debut. Nice. 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 And then following that, you get to see how Flipside are faring after a pretty poor start, actually, for the Pro League. They're conceding losses, very convincing losses versus Dignitas. Premium games. Top-notch CS, okay, boys. I need to get rid of you right now. Right, we have had a fantastic time. We are loving all of the tweets you guys are sending to us at ESLCS, hashtag ESL Pro League. And for all of us here, we will see you next week for more of the same. Thank you very much, and we'll see you then.